Alright, we're back here on A Cup of Joe, and the reason why we're outside on this Monday morning is because Abiwa Jackson insisted that we do this particular interview on the outside. So I'm sharing a cup this morning, guys.
I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure why either. Terrin Callender is in.
That could be why.
That could be why. That could be why. Terrin Callender.
Just in case I need to run now, I need to be on.
You may know him as TC. You may also know him as TC Jaiga, and you may also know him as Jaiga. He will explain why all the names and why all the transitions over the years.
I'll go back a couple of names. Some to my face. Some people they say some to my face.
Right.
I'll go back a couple of names. But for now, we'll go with Jaiga.
Jaiga.
Yeah, we'll go with Jaiga.
But take us through, and I'm calling it TC for the purpose of this interview.
All right, cool, no problem.
Take us through the
many stages.
The many stages.
You want to start from where? From TC?
Let's start from TC. That's where it started?
Yeah, well, TC is basically where it started. That's my initials.
That's the initials.
Terrin Callender, which has been a name around forever.
Yeah.
So bad that my parents call me TC.
Right.
I've not heard anybody other than my wife call me Terrin. And she only says Terrin when something is wrong or she needs something paid, which is most of the time. You understand? So, but yeah, TC's been there forever. From TC, we added on the Super Jaiga. The reason why the Super Jaiga came is as a youth man, you know, when I was DJing back in my DJ days in Radioactive, I used to travel plenty. And on occasion, when I come back, all these guys used to say, watch him again, like a super N-word. But we could never use the N-word on radio or anywhere. So we replaced the N-word with the J. So we say I'm getting on like a Super Jaiga. This is before Jay-Z and the whole phenomenon. You understand? So when the Jay-Z thing started on that side, I get some length. Obviously, I jump on that bandwagon. So we started running on it because I'm Trini and we love to be on the wagon.
Yes.
So I jump on the bandwagon, so the Super Jaiga TC thing. And I tried to change it for so many years. I wanted to drop the Super Jaiga and let's go with TC. But you know, there's TC, the singer from Barbados. And my career went from DJing to being a I shouldn't say like a radio host and then television host, and then we started to do the singing. And when I got into the entertainment part where the singing is concerned, I wanted to drop the Super Jaiga and let's go TC. But it was already a singer named TC. So for years I struggled with the whole TC, but it really happened where I was on my way to Belgium and in England, I met this beautiful old lady in the airport and she was like, oh, I love calypso music, and I was playing some songs, and with her leaving, she was like, so how I can look for you online? I said, let's Google or go YouTube and look for Super Jaiga TC. She was like, wow, that's too much to remember. And at that point is when I was like, yo, we need to drop it. And coincidentally, a friend of mine at the radio station, a guy called Tank, he used to always jokingly say, Super Jaiga, boy, Super Jaiga. And one day in the afternoon with Shal on the radio, Shal said, all right, the Shal, ding dong, Jaiga. And we said, Jaiga. And we laughed it off. And our next partner of mine, who is also my business partner, Lee Aliong, from Lee Graphics, Lee Designs, he sent me a graphic of the Jaiga name as a kickstarter. So he sent it out. He said, hey, Jaiga, what's going on? Boy, and we laugh it off. And we love the graphic. And we decided this season, well, last year, the end of last year, we said, listen, let's try and see if we can promote the Jaiga and see the turn. And so much things spawned from it. The name brought me wanting to do the album and the whole transformation. And so far it's been great because it's been running on what, 5 months? And in 5 months' time it's actually much more ahead of where I expected it would have been. You understand? And 5 months I walked on the road and everybody's going, hey, we're saying T. Oh gosh, no, it's not TC. So you understand, it's a mission that I went on and I embarked on, and it's been working. 5 months in with the name change, so it's doing well. So hopefully by the next season, by 2015, it should be solidified. Everybody should just be going full-length Jaiga.
Right, nice. No, you Jaiga, I said, would have come out of you being involved in the soca industry.
Yeah, that is why. And that's one of the other reasons. So I wanted to solidify myself as an artist. People knew TC / Super Jaiga / Jaiga, all these things off of being the host of Soca Star. That's
what radio television host.
So I wanted, when the younger generation, or when you're trying to tap into that younger fan base, now the younger ones coming up, like my daughter and her peers, they will know Jaiga, who Jaiga is. Jaiga is just straight out the artist. So that's one of the reasons too for wanting to change the name.
But I wanted to tell me about the transition from being a radio television personality into a full-fledged soca artist.
It's pretty easy, you know. A lot of people try to complicate it. It's a natural progression, you know.
It is?
It's evolution, yeah. Most, like, if you look at history, most great producers was once a DJ. You understand? And only in Trinidad it's an issue when a radio personality or DJ tries to do something else or go into the soca realm. But everywhere else in the world is common, because if you check out, like for hip-hop artists, there are a lot of hip-hop artists who go from hip-hop singing look, Will Smith to acting, to hosting television shows. That is their transition. But for us, it's just the flip. Because you start by playing music, and what we do as any DJ will tell you, they're entertaining because you're entertaining people. You understand? The only difference is that you're doing it with other people's music. But when you start to sing now, it's the same thing you're doing as a DJ, you know, you're just doing it with your own presentation. So it's pretty much this evolution. It started where you reach a point where you tapped out. How much parties you're honestly playing? You can only play in so much parties, and you will get a point in your career where you play everywhere, especially in Trinidad. And like for me, we were fortunate in my DJ days, in an early part of my DJing career, I have seen just about everywhere where soca music is presented. So we were touring from early. I talk in my teens, like 17, 18, 19, 20 by 20. I've already played in every major carnival across the world. So at 25, when you get it, that's 10 years later, you're studying, yo, what is there left to do? I'm playing in all the party, I fed up play party, I fed up CDC, I fed up scream on mic, ball on my so you know, you try to do different things. I branched off into television. I started with soca, so with a show that nobody knew. We started with 46, so let's say 47 to be safe, people in the audience, to 16,000 people. So I took a show that was 0 and turned it into something so great, and from then again tapped out, got to the stage where soca started, reached its peak. I did it for 7 years and wondering what next could I do. You understand? And for me personally, it's just a natural progression. From this, who knows? I might go from being on the stage singing soca to maybe trying to run for government. Who knows?
Jaiga, politician Jaiga?
Politician Jaiga? Just my solicitor some votes. You know, that's
I'll vote for Jaiga.
A lot of people, I am sure, you have some 16-year-olds who was growing up with me when they were 16. Let's say 10 years from now, they're 26. At 27, they're looking for somebody to lead them in the right direction. They can put their trust and faith in me because they've been doing it for 10 years.
10 years,
Who knows? You know, that's just, you know, but that's what it is to me. It's just a natural progression.
Soca Star. I have to admit that I miss it. It was something that I used to actually look forward to a few years ago. You know, leading into the carnival season. It was part of a carnival almost.
You know, it was on the carnival roster.
No, that was it. It was part of my personal carnival, and now that I said over that is not there. It's
only last year is when they realized that they had to move it, because the finals was always on the calendar roster. It was placed where it was the Soca Star finals, the Friday, and the Saturday was Ladies' Night Out. That was the Thursday.
The carnival week.
That's how it was. The week before carnival.
The week before carnival, right.
But we've been in talks on doing it again. You see, for me, and people don't understand this, and I'll take this opportunity to let people know, the years of Soca Star, all what people saw was me doing it for the love of the youth. First, the love for the youth and the love for the music. It was never about me charging. It was never like that. A lot of people, I heard rumors, they say, oh, I started to get greedy. The figures get too ridiculous. It was said that I went from 150 and started to 300,000 to host it and all of these other things, and that was not true at all. I did it in the beginning for the love for the music and the love for the youth, and trying to give them something positive to hold on to. It so happened that we had a lot of love from corporate Trinidad, but you know how things go. Everybody started to grow up, a lot of people started wanting more and more and more. When you see the show started off in amphitheater with support. You're going from the support to now everybody has to put a figure to it, if you understand what I'm saying. You're talking about a television production is not something cheap, you don't understand. The show started off where the budget was in the range of, let's say, 400,000 to 600,000. By year 5, we were up to like $1.9 million to try and produce a show. You understand? So it got harder and harder, and then strain on me. Then when I started to sing, it's a lot of strain, because you will know you put a lot of time and effort in trying to produce a show and do it right, and do it right for the audience to love it and accept it. And it started to just become a burden. So I needed help. So I tried introducing new people, and Trinidad just wasn't accepting new people. But I can tell you though, I will most definitely 2015, we just might be back. We just might be back 2015. New network. You understand? New network.
New network.
Same team, but new network.
New network.
That should be interesting.
Jaiga, sharing a cup with him this morning. We're coming right back with a cup of Joe. Much more to talk. You might even belt out a little Keisha when we come back.